This is like the third time I'm recording this. All right, I'm so sorry. This stupid uh, wired system just driving me fucking nuts. All right, I hope the sound is working now. Is it? Check one, two, three, four. Um, how is everyone doing on this Sunday night? Huh? Sunday? No, sir. It's a Tuesday night. Where are you? Living the past? Huh? Leave your past behind. Think about good things. Um, so I just started, I just started with, I was up in Maine, Portland, Maine, with my brother. And then I realized that the thing was not plugged in. Now I had to basically record this again. God damn it. In any case, how is everyone? Huh? We had a good time, although too much fun. Saturday night we went to a seafood restaurant. Obviously, Portland, Maine is famous for seafood, and then we went out. We are trying to find a pool to play some pool, in a bar. This one bar I remember we went to where they were playing the live band was playing, and that was supposed to have a pool, but then the hostess or host told us, "Oh, that's booked for a private event," and there were a lot of fucking weddings. All right, so in any case, um, and then Sunday, excuse me, then Sunday, I went to see first game, half of the game, right, NFL. And then I don't know why I stayed for the second game, and that was not good. It can just screw you over, and then I was not feeling good. I should have just stayed home. But in any case, here I am back um, to my podcast on this Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025. All right. I was just finishing up some work, listening to Joe Rogan, and my wife is still back in Islamabad. Next week, early, she's coming back. I miss her. So there's the weather report. Well, I was actually going to ask my brother-in-law whether he wants to play some golf this Sunday, because I think these are the last few weeks, you know, of nice weather and just darkness and cold, depressing weather, right? You gotta enjoy every moment. You gotta enjoy every fucking season, sir. I don't know about that. I don't like cold anymore. Honestly, just not for me. And I'm gonna be a snowbird this year, hopefully. Going back and forth between here and most likely Orlando. All right, and we'll see. We shall see, right? I I mean, not I, but we haven't made that plan yet. But that's is the prospective plan. All right, and then this apartment, I think we're gonna rent it on Airbnb. Slow down, sir. Airbnb or just rent it, month to month, and we will see. Because obviously we're gonna need like a one bedroom apartment down there, right? So what's new, huh? What's new? Is the world falling apart? I hope not. I just have to basically, take care of my own health and my immediate, just Me, my wife, we have to basically, be in stronger relationship as we live our lives together, right? And then whatever else I can do, which I don't think I'm doing anything for anybody. I'm under debt, sir. All right, can't do anything for anybody. However, I I have to take a lot of deep breaths because I have been having these weird thoughts. Like weird means how when you are away from your loved one all of a sudden, and then you're like thinking about, and like just like who was talking about this exact same thing, some comedian, lady comedian on Joe Rogan's podcast. Oh, I just all the things come into my mind. Here comes my wife, and say I'm doing a podcast. Did you get some sleep? Hmm? You okay? Okay, good. Get some more sleep, okay? So, these thoughts that actually that manifest themselves, I think later in life. I mean, I don't think I am bipolar, or I don't think I am. I mean, I have OCD. I know that for sure. So that lady on that podcast with Joe Rogan, she was talking about that she then dealt with OCD, and then all these stupid thoughts went away, right? And I'm thinking maybe that's why. People with OCD, we always like think about these scenarios, right? And scenarios in the sense that, like, okay, what if some bad shit happened, right? Like just like fearful thoughts and all that. And those were coming into my head before I went to visit my brother. I was telling my wife, and I was going fucking crazy. I couldn't sleep. Um, and now I'm okay. So I don't know, man. I mean, human mind, and then I also have the fucking lower and upper sciatica now, so it's also nerves. I have no fucking idea. So I had to be careful. All right. Um, in any case, I don't want to go on and on. Just maybe 20 minutes podcast I'm going to do. I'm sorry. What else is going on? Anything good? Same old, different day, same shit, right? But like I said, we had a good time. Me and my brother, we caught up, and he's on a project for his company. I think he's going to come down to New York as well. He was telling me, and good for him. I think he likes it, although it's kind of hectic that you have to be like working at night shifts and all that, right? But he's basically kind of living the bachelor life, right? In any case, so I don't want to go too much into that, but other than that, just it's end of September, and when my wife comes, I think we gotta plan something for this apartment. Like I said, for next year, I think we need a bigger place. I think we're gonna rent it. You at least we won't have this fucking noise from the Sims factory, and the scrap metal factory, and they always have fires. And I just got an email today. I don't know if my wife got it, but that there was a fire in the fucking Sims factory, and when it's going to shut down, man, right? I don't know. I don't have time to basically just go even like look into that. I did get really worked up when I moved into this apartment. I realized how fucking bad it was because even now, right? It's like 10 o'clock, and they're not stopping their fucking operation. In any case, so I think I have beat that fucking horse to death, right? I just talked too much about that. I don't want to repeat myself. All right. There are some things which are in your hand in life, including this shit. Yeah, I made a mistake of buying this fucking apartment, but what are you gonna do now? All right, just rent it and then move into a two-bedroom. All right, somewhere inside in our complex. But we gotta make that decision when my wife comes here for next year, not this year. All right, this year up until March we're gonna be here. I think that's a given, right? I think she's sleeping. You sleeping? So what else is going on? Oh, so this AI craze is actually now becoming more apparently that people are going to use AI for a lot more things than necessary. Well, a lot more things, and apparently, obviously, that requires a lot of computing power and this and that, right? And then for that, you need fucking power. Not only computing power, but like electricity. All right. So apparently, Microsoft is building this farm, right? Farm, however many fucking megawatts, and I'm thinking, the mountains we come from, we don't even have 1 megawatt of electricity for people to charge their fucking phones. All right, that's the irony of being on this planet. All right. Um, Anyways, I don't want to get into that discussion. All right, it's unfortunate. Um, I feel bad for my own people. In any case, so that's the craze. I think it's getting even bigger and bigger. I thought, which I still think, that it's more of a hoax at this point. I understand that now instead of Wikipedia you have AI, which gives you the answers, right? When you Google something. However, uh, I don't think it's going to rise as some sort of like a software, god or whatever, uh, and that's going to take over. I don't think so. I not in my lifetime. I don't believe in that. All right. It Yeah will be more involved because now we are basically using computers all the time, phones all the time, right? So that's what it is. Are we going to become like a software at the end? Is that like the end game of living a life on this planet or any other planet? If you become more advanced and advanced and advanced, you don't care about your body and you just live like a, inside the Matrix. Remember with Keanu Reeves, Matrix Resurrection? Is that where we are now? I know, freaking idea. So that's a possibility, right? But I don't believe that something is going to rise out of these advanced computing machines, right? Computers, advanced computing machines. What do you mean, computers? And the software that's going to basically become sentient and self-generate, and is going to take over the whole fucking world. All the software, all the power plants, all the. I don't think so. But if that really happens, then that's bad. Is that bad or is that good? I think it's bad. Uh, because then the algorithms, I think, of the AI is going to basically just multiply those algorithms and come up with outcomes, right? Come up with outcomes based on its own algorithmic decisions. Is that even a fucking word? Algorithmic decisions? Here you go, I coined it. I just coined it, right? So that means that it's going to give us electricity in only 10 hours and it's going to say, oh, no, no, sorry, I got to use electricity for the rest of the fucking 14 hours, all right? While you guys are sleeping from midnight until 6 o'clock, whatever, right? No electricity. Turn off the fucking lights, all right? It may do that. Who knows? All right? Same thing with everything. All right? So that's not good. I think is that what these people are talking about? Or am I just basically shooting in the air? My own, wild theories. But whatever the whatever the circumstance, I think the technology is moving faster than our monkey brains. That's a fact. That's a given, right? That's a given. I mean, and that actually may give rise to some sort of a better world. I hope for the betterment of humanity instead of, destruction. Now, if it takes over the fucking nuclear weapons and all that, that's you. That's not really good. That's like the fucking beginning of Terminator. Remember Cyberdyne, where the fuck that company was? All right, let's be positive. All right, let's be a little positive, please. So, why did I even get into this whole discussion? Because I was listening to fucking Joe Rogan right before I turned off, I was working. But I think I talked about this. My 2 cents on AI is that I think it's the same thing. It's the same thing as remember when Japan and like in beginning, I think maybe 2010, 2015, right? Like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when they were coming up with these robots, right? I'm talking about like robot, not AI. I think robots obviously are based on AI, right? But those are physical robots to basically, help elderly and people with disabilities and this and that, right? So where did that technology go? Did we actually come up with like humanoid robots at this point? I don't think so, right? Um, I think the AI is going to be more or less the same. It's going to like become like a balloon that's going to just dissipate. Except for the computing power. I understand that fucking part, all right? But it's just related to computers and it had nothing to do with anything else in our lives. It's not like the AI is going to all of a sudden appear, right, in your fucking room or bedroom or in your kitchen through these whatever. If you have an Alexa or whatever those machines are, right? Well, Alexa is based on AI, right? But that's all pre-programmed. I'm talking about, and these people are talking about. Actually, these people are talking about, not me. That eventually the AI is going to basically become a being. Is that what they're saying? You're talking about? But like an invisible being, we can't see it, but it's in there somewhere. Where is it? In the computer farms. I have a fucking idea. Is that what the whole universe? I mean, okay. Okay. This is a topic I did not want to get into, but I got into it. All right. So, what is the fucking universe? The physical world, right? The physical world is basically manifested out of nothingness, or there's some particle that gives mass to everything, right? But then inside, if you go inside at the heart of that fucking particle, there's nothing. All right. So I think this whole thing is also going to basically manifest itself as like a nothing, but it's there. It's we can't see it, we can't touch it. Is that what it is? Probably. Um, I mean, I'm not that scared of fucking AI. You know, I'm scared of like, what am I scared of? I'm scared of my own mortality. No, I mean that comes to every one of us. All right. Speaking of which, we had a where we grew up in the mountains. You know, a good friend of mine, his first cousin, you know, he passed, and you know, me and my brother were talking about that, and I think we kind of like had too many beers thinking about that. But in any case, uh, don't die young, man. Don't fucking die young. That's not good for anybody. All right. I mean, you know, at some point in time now, I'm going to basically just get rid of this fucking beer as well. You know, I mean, I don't smoke anything. I don't do anything else. Just the fucking beer. Even then, that also, you know, sometimes I feel like, what the fuck am I doing with this? You know. In any case, all right. So that's 22 minutes. I already did everyone. Uh, in terms of shows, okay. Remember that Money Heist show from the Spain from the Spanish director Money Heist. Remember where they were, uh, you know, robbing the fucking banks, right? In a very sophisticated way. So the same producer or director has come up with a show which I binge watched yesterday. Watch it. I know. I should have watched it with my wife, but then in any case, so that's a good one. It's called the Billionaire's Bunker. I think they're gonna come up with the second season. Definitely. That's a very interesting show. All right. That director, that Money Heist show. Remember that same director from Spain. All right, same fucking director. And then the Jasmine, not Jasmine, sorry, Jason Bateman and Jude Law's show, the Black Rabbit. I'm watching that. That's a fucking great show. And then the third one is Task with Mark Ruffalo. That's a fucking great show too. Overall. So that's my 2 cents on the shows. Movies, I don't know. I haven't watched a movie. I just watched random $4 movies because I can't sleep early. You know, that's my fucking problem. All right. All right, everyone. So with that, I assume you all are having a great start of the week, and I'll see you all next week.